Hey, how you doing? Once again, this one's for Max. This is the main solo for The Ocean. I might have to do this in a couple parts. I don't really think I could play the original track. Or maybe I can, maybe I will. I don't know if I'll get a copyright thing. We'll see what happens. But there's three different main breaks that happen at the end. And they're all have a little bit of a different feel from each other. Things to note is that the main part is a D to an E chord, and he's playing over the changes. He's not jamming on a pentatonic or whatever you want to say. He's outlining the chords, and in most cases he's starting out with a D chord. So it's a nice little rake, or sometimes it's a fuller chord. You can hear it, listen for it, but the gist of it is that he starts it out with the D chord, and in other cases, I'll point them out as we go, he's following the E up. And he's playing, here's where he's kind of generally at, over the D chord. So there's the triad, 10 on the D, 11 on the G, 10 and 10, 12 on the D, and then 10 and 10 on the two bottom string. And then the E chord is just 2 frets higher, 14 on the D, 13 on the G, 12 and 12 on the B and the E. Excuse me. So it starts off with and there's an okay, so that's pretty much kind of the first phrase. So it starts out with it once again. Listen to it. It's down on the one, drop, it's on the one, and then a rest. So you could pick it upstroke, downstroke, or whatever. And then it's a full bend on the 12th fret of the bottom string. So great opening riff, opening solo. So that is 12 bends up, and then 12 unbent to 10 on the bottom string, 12 bends up, and then 12 unbent, and then 10, and then 9. You'll have to listen hard, but that 9th fret of the G string is in there. And it's very melodic. So 10 on the B, 11 on the G to 9, and then 12 bends up again. And then here's the next phrase, 12, 10 on the B, 11 on the G, and then back to 12 on the B, 10 on the B. So I'll do that whole thing. You might hear him hit that 10 again, but there's an errant, you'll hear it, almost like for effect, he's bending the 11th on the G string. And then it's going 11 to 9, 9 on the G string. Now he's almost hitting a fuller chord, 12, 12, 11, 12, 12 on the A, D, 11 on the G, 10, 10 on the B and the E. Now this one's a fun one because it does a little chromatic in the middle of it. So he's going. So is that little chord rake on the D, and then 12 is going to bend all the way up, a full bend. He's really bending to the F sharp, and then back to 12, unbent. 10 on the B, E string. A full bend on the 12 on the B, and then 12 unbent to 10 on the B, 11 on the G, 10 on the B, and then bend the 12 up. A great right lick. He's going to bend the 12 on the B, and then bend the B again, and then 12, 10 on the B, 11 on the G, 12 on the B, 11 on the G, and then 10, 12, 10 on the B. So I'll do that slowly. Then he's gonna, and then he's gonna bend the 11. Don't bend the 12. So watch this. He's bending the 11th up, and then 11, 9 on the G, to 11 on the D, 11 on the G, 11 on the D. So, sorry. And then what I'm doing is I'm bending it up, and then I kill the note. 11, 9, 11, 11 on the G, 11 on the D, and then 9. He likes that 9 note right there. And then he's going to emphasize that 9 again, but by doing this, bend it again, 11 again. And then comes the first break. And that goes 6 on the G, 4 on the G, 7 on the D, 6 on the D, 4 on the D, 2 on the D, 4 on the A, 2 on the A. So, and do it again. He's going to harmonize that later, or just do it higher up here. And that higher part, I'll show you that, is 10 on the B, 9 on the B, 11 on the G, 9 on the G, 11 on the D, 9 on the D, 12 on the A, 12 on the A to 9 on the D, and then do it again. So that's a 12 on the A, and then 9 on the D. Anyways, I don't think it does it the first time, but I could be wrong. Anyways, so let me go over that last part. And I really like this because of the chromatic line in there. Now, the next break, it's like a double rake. He does it again. You'll hear it, and it's perfect. It's in time, and you should practice with these parts. He hits it twice. So it's a lot. There's space in there. He's letting it breathe. And holding that note. So then he's going, that's all on the 12th on the bottom string, 10 on the E, and then bend up 12. So then 10. So I'll do that again. So I see some tabs where they're kind of weird, but what I'm hearing is, and that 9 again on the G, and then he's going to rake it again. Anyways, here. And then he's going to hit it again, that rake. Here's where he's going to follow the chord. There's a D chord, and then it's going to go up to an E chord. Oops. So bending it to 12 up, then 12 unbent, 10 on the bottom E string, 10 on the B string. Then move your finger up to the 12th on the B and go 12, 14. Here's a great lick. 12, 14 on the B, 12 on the E. Sorry, 12, 14, and then bend the 14 on the bottom string. So I'll do that again. Switch positions. 12, 14, bend the 14 on the bottom string. 14, 12, 14. Then you're going to go up to the 15 on the bottom string, the E. Now this is important. He's going to do two bends here. First one's a full bend, and then a half bend. This is reminiscent of Albert King. He used to do this a lot. There's other blues players too, but the second bend is not a mistake. It just sounds cool. Then he's going to go to the 15th and bend that twice, a full bend. And a la Page fashion, he does this little pull off, 17, 16 on the bottom string to 17 on the B string. Do it again. One more time. One more time. So once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then back to that descending riff. The next time is going to be that other one, the higher up one. Yeah, so. And there's a couple places I've seen tabs where they'll put it at different places. Use your ears to try and match up the tone that you're hearing. The next break comes, and this is the last one. He's fully following the chords, which is something to note. I mean, he's jamming here, but he's following the chords. Jazz players would want to say he's playing the changes, and these 2 chord changes. When he's over the D chord, he's playing, your D. And when he's over the E chord, and you'll see that in here. Now, this is a neat part, very 50s. Let's just do that. So it's just try and play 12 and 11. 11 on the G. So 12 on the D, 11 on the G. And he doesn't always play that D note, but. And then you're going to go to the B and hammer on the 12th on the B, 10 to 12. And then 10, 12, 10 on the bottom string. And then do the same for the B. And then 11 on the G. So slide that figure up. Do the same thing on the bottom string, but different frets. So 14, 13, 12 hammer on. Or on this one, it's on the tabs I'm seeing, so. But basically the same thing. And then back to 12. And that's the gist of it. I mean, it wasn't a perfectionist at the time. It probably just sounded the best. It sounded cool. It had all the emotion that he wanted in there. Now, he ends that by, he's going to bend the 12th on the G string and then play 10-10 on the bottom two strings, the B and the E. 4 times, then slide that up over the E chord, and 14th fret, 12, 12, and then killer ending note, of course, bend the 14th fret up. So do it 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then the 14th bend, and then back to the descending run. I've seen it here, 5, 4. I've seen it down there too, but same notes. All right, have fun. Hopefully that helped. It wasn't too confusing. Like I said, I'm kind of somewhat working off the tabs on the Ultimate Guitar, the good tabs. Although there's some notes I don't particularly agree with, but use your ears and any tab that you read. You're going to have to decide what's right, what you think, what you're hearing. And it's good ear training and good for matching up what you're hearing with what you're playing. And it's a very good thing to do. All right, hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully this helped. All right, take care.